Hello, everyone. I'm going to talk about the first time I stood after the amputation. I was out of the ICU, so in a step-down unit, and it might have been 5 days after the amputation or so, and a physical therapist walked in. And we were doing some other exercises. She brought in a walker and asked me to turn to the side of the bed, right, sit up, and that was hard in itself, just sitting up after just being flat for such a long time. Asked me to sit up, and I got my bearings, because I got a little lightheaded, again, just lying flat for many days. Got out the walker, lowered the bed, had my foot planted to the ground, and asked me to stand, or told me to stand. And it took everything in my being to stand. Everything. I'd use my legs, I'd use my arms, everything. And I used to lift weights when I was in high school and a bit of college. So you breathe in and you excel as I am pushing out. So I really was like grunting and breathing out heavily. A big sigh. And I remember after standing, I think there was a mirror. I know there was a mirror because I looked at myself in the mirror. And I cried. I hadn't cried like that, I think, ever. Just like really sobbed like that. Looking at myself, knowing what was ahead of me, feeling what was ahead of me. All the work that I would need to do. All the looks I would get. And the list kept going on in my head. And it was tough. I cried. I mean, like, grown man, it's dusty, I'm cutting onions, it's wet out, raining kind of tears. Really big tears. And I apologized to the therapist. And I'm not sure why I apologized to the therapist. But I did. And that started my journey of rehab. And it has been tough. Not every day has been easy. I don't cry anymore like that. I don't think I've ever cried anymore after that. But every day gets a little easier. But I have other words of wisdom that was shared with me in another episode. So don't forget to come back. If you're not liking and subscribing, why not? If you haven't got to neoflam.com right now, why not? Spread the love, spread the knowledge. I'll see you next time.